Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Monday, and welcome to another day of Splinterlands and Splinterlands TV. My name is Holazor. I'm coming to you from Australia, and for the second day in a row, I've got a death quest. I hope you are all well and doing great out there in the wild world, no matter where you're from. I'm going to start off my day today by entering some Guild Brawl teams into the fray. Got to get it going and see what teams I can put together, because I've got to collect those merits. Hey AJ, welcome. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day or great night or whatever the time is where you're located. I am battling with the following advantages, one of which being that I can use Jotun, but my opponent may not. It's also armored up and close range, so it's too low mana for Jotun, but Cornelius is definitely gonna get a run in this particular game. I'm gonna start this out nice and slow. Maybe I even go with a General Sloan. Yeah, let's do that. Cornelius, General Sloan, and then who can we play that has Bloodlust? It fits within the team. Of course, there's Captain Katie, who is always an excellent choice, but probably not the best for this particular rule set. What about any 1-mana creatures fit the bill? No, 3-mana creatures. I'm looking for that Bloodlust. I want to get Bloodlust into my team. There we go, Ajax Lightfoot. And then that leaves me with a single mana point for my tank, which I'm just going to go for it. It's going to be Chaos Agent. No substitute. Alright, let's see if this will work out well or whether it'll be horrifically bad. We won't see it, because it's entered in and the opponent has not yet selected their team. So next guild battle, I can't use Llama Mage, but the opponent might be able to. It's Little League, so worst case scenario, we're seeing a 4-mana creature get Llama Maged, but I'm pretty sure it's also Summoners, so there is no Llama Mage here. It's probably best to focus on speed. The best way to focus on speed is to reduce my opponent's speed, I think. Green Splinter may have the most slows in this example. Maybe? Let's see. Are there slows? There are no slows, because this is Gold League. Gold League for the quest, not quest, the Guild Brawl. I know what I'm doing. What about Blue Splinter? Blue Splinter doesn't have any slows either, so Quicks is going to be the only one with a slow. What about Swiftness? Nothing with Swiftness. Nothing with Swiftness, nothing with Swiftness. Okay, so Quicks it is then, and we will sort our team using the speed as the determining factor. We'll go with a Snipe and a Sneak, clearly in that order. We'll go with this particular opportunity. Perhaps I'm going to double up on that opportunity. And a Heal Giant can be our tank. Probably going to drop the Goblin Thief for a healer. I probably don't know what the outcome's going to be there. There could have been better teams that I should have put in, but I didn't do that. I didn't do good team. I did team to make me happy team. Taking sides, reverse speed, 15 mana. I can't use Jotun, but I don't think I need to use Jotun because I can use Llama Mage instead. And let's sort by mana cost. We can go with an 8-mana creature to go with the glorious Llama Mage. And actually, I don't think any of them will really work. Maybe Paladin Rack could work, but they don't have a heal. Hey, Kramers, welcome. Maybe I just go with a different team instead of that. Let's go with Lorna and sort by ascending speed. We will roll a... well, True Strike, Captain Katie. What about a... gonna be pretty risky to go with a Gargoyle Scrapper as a tank, but that's the world I've just put myself in. And there's no other 1-mana creature I can roll, so this will be it. And they've just gone with a single Grum. Grum is going to be attacked from all sides, but he's also going to become stronger and stronger with each round. So I'm probably not winning this. I see the number 2 there at an NJ... I can't speak words. I can't speak sequential letters. But hello, ADN ZJY. Yes, these are my brawl battles. Getting them locked away, because otherwise I will forget. And then I won't get my merits. And then I'll be jumping into ranked battles. We've got explosive weaponry, up close and personal, and Jotun is banished. So I can roll with anything I want. I think I'm going to go with Dragon Splinter here. And Dragon plus Earth, that way. Only monsters with melee attacks may be used. Well, have I got a treat in store for my opponent? These are all monsters technically with melee attacks, but they also have other attacks. They have many, many other attacks. Who is going to lead the team? Oh, I don't want to say Carnage Time, but they're not great for a frontline creature. Maybe we go with Unicorn Mustang. The triage is going to be pretty important here as well. Let's throw in a Dragon Jumper. We've got 5 mana left. There's only one option left, Orc Sergeant, so screw it. Orc Sergeant gets the first position. Hey Malmani, welcome to the stream. Hey Scotty Fortune, welcome. Looks like my opponent had exactly the same idea. However, they are missing Warchang. Everything else they have brought to the table as well. Ogre Behemoth, the Vigilator, Captain Katie, everything. So very evenly matched team composition here. The only difference that I've got was I had that Inspire. Now my Captain Katie just got cranking. I think I'm going to have the upper hand here, merely because of the turn order. It's played out well for me here. Vigilator's done an excellent job. So has my Captain Katie, and oh, there's no trample in this level for the creature, but good job to my monsters. Unlucky for my opponent there. So bringing home the merits with that win. So that's 2 from 2 and 2 undetermined so far. That's a good beginning. What have we got now? More explosive weaponry and more no Jotun, but hey, it's explosive weaponry anyway. So we got Knockout. 60 mana is pretty good. I think it's going to be Death Splinter, because that's where I think I will find the most stuns. Alternatively, do I go to Dragon Splinter with Death to make sure that I can bring some... I think I should have some triage available. Triage, let's see. That's triple triage, which in a blast rule set is very, very useful. So we'll go with the Scale Doctor. And now we want to roll in all the stuns we possibly can. So Cthulhu, what is your name? Oh, Soulstorm, you don't have stun in Gold League. That is unfortunate. You have to wait to Diamond to get stun. But we've got Dragon Jumper available, so that'll be an opportunity stun. That should encourage me to bring something else with opportunity to try and follow up that attack. And it just so happens I can do so with even more speed. So I think I'm turning my team into an opportunity team. Now, in terms of front line and tankiness and so on, not sure if Dark One is going to be an excellent idea. Maybe I'm going to go with Void Dragon, because they should just be able to dodge everything given the amount of speed that I'm cramming into my team here. And that would be better than getting hit. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to see that battle. It is against Glory 7, who is a formidable player, so who knows what they will come up with. Maybe we'll see that team come to life during this stream, or maybe we won't. We now have Noxious Fumes, 25 mana, a couple of Splinters available, Llama Mage is out, but Green Splinter's out as well, so that doesn't matter. I think I'm going to do the Triage spam, but using a different Splinter this time. There's triple Triage, Chantius, Herbalist, Spirit Hoarder. But I can also make this even more painful for my opponent by going with Immunity up in the front, good old Krallis, and we'll just put some painful, annoying things in the rear. Do we? Don't we? No, we probably shouldn't, because then they'll get resurrected. They will get resurrected, but that'll be funny. Let's do that anyway. Hopefully the Herbalist... Actually, no. Let's do this. That way the Herbalist or the Spirit Hoarder will get resurrected and they'll come back. Yeah, I can't be summoned, unfortunately. My frame is unique like that, Scotty Fortune. There's never been a mana cost for me. Just that I am level 10, which means I am a common. So we have Explosive Weaponry and Odd Ones out. Hey, Techie, welcome. This Explosive Weaponry rule set has been very prevalent throughout all of this. Unlike some sort of promo card, I should just put 0 mana at the top, except that's actually the number of wins that I managed to string together. Explosive Weaponry, Odd Ones out. Yeah, I'm an epic. Level 10 epic somehow. I just thought that purple made the most sense. I put that overlay together almost 6 or 8 months ago now. I've been using this overlay. It took me hours to do in Photoshop. Hey, Bakoeni, I hope you're feeling a bit more rested. Don't know if you had a nap or anything like that. Welcome. I'm doing my guild brawls at the moment in Gold League. Let's roll with an explosive Captain Katie. Actually, no, not Captain Katie. Green Splinter's around, so we'll go with the worst version. Oh, no, we can't go with the worst version because that is an equal numbered creature. So we will go with Captain Katie, accompanied with Chantius. All of the blast, and a snipey blast at that. So I'm going to try and stack a bit more snipe. It's really only Lone Boatman. Let's use Legionnaire Alva as our tank. It's not a whole bunch of options really available here. More repair, so we've got triple repair here. That'll be amusing. There's a heal. Now, because it is blast, what are we going to have in second position that's going to have a bit more health, a bit more survivability? I think the thing that has the most health is going to end up being Goblin Chariot, which is probably a weird choice for second position, but let's get it done. Alright, one more battle that I don't need to worry about my guild brawlers. 28 mana for me. Rise of the Commons. Stampede. It's unfortunate. It would have been nice to use a trample, but I still can use a trample, and I will be using a trample. Say hello to Demon Shark. They are such an insane card, Demon Shark. I've seen a level 1 Demon Shark do things that a level 1 card should never be capable of doing, ever. They are a phenomenal addition to Splinterlands. Now, we'll throw in a Bloodlust card just because it's a Guild Brawl, and I'll use a Chaos Agent at the back, or do I just double up on the heal? Let's double up on the heal. Yeah, Deep Lurker is also a wonderful card. Unfortunately, we won't get to see them go to town together on I wouldn't really call it a romantic date. They're not the most attractive of cards, but we are going to do a death quest again for the second day in a row. So yesterday on my channel I had a death quest. Today here on Splinterlands TV I've got a death quest. It's death always, and that is what I hope to bring to my opponents. So this one saves me from using Mimosa Nightshade at least. We've got up close and personal and healed out. So what are we gonna do here? What has our opponent recently played? I don't think it's wise for them to play Byzantine Kitty, but looks like that's what they've been doing. Otherwise, they've been playing Auric with a boatload of magic. Quite literally a boatload of magic. They've got Genoshanus, they've got Ruler of the Seas. It's Blue Splinter, there's a pun there because they go in boats in the sea. But I hope to put them under the water. And that's why I'm going to play with Aleister Crowling. I call him Aleister Crowling because he is just like Mylor, except for magic. And that's what I'm going to try and throw back into my enemy's face. The lack of any... I don't have Mylor, Scotty. Oh, you're right. It is up close and personal. Good point. Let's break from tradition and go with Selenia and Earth. And then we're going to use Vigilator and Warchang. And then we'll slip in the... Oh, we can't slip in that surprise. Yeah. I was thinking it was just a regular battle, so thank you for pointing that out. I was clearly paying more attention to the chat than what I was paying to the game itself. Yeah, Kralis would work well, except for the healed out rule set. Grund. No? Yes? Maybe? Anything with shield is actually going to be really good here, so... Carnage Titan, maybe? What about Desert Dragon? Let's bring Desert Dragon. I didn't get to do a trample when I really wanted to do a trample. The problem here is I will lose to Mylor, so I've got to make it all the more worth it. I'm inspiring everyone to maximum. Let's see. So we're up against Byzantine Kitty. Rip me in terms of my ability to hit. But if I do hit, oh god, is it going to be a painful hit? I'm not going to hit anything. Lost my haste and lost my slow before I could even take an attack. But damn! Look at that Desert Dragon. Oh, look at that Desert Dragon. One shot kill. Oh, that was lovely. Now, can we please hit that Screeching Vulture? Doesn't matter, that Screeching Vulture is going to die now. Alright, this is a very beautiful win. And that, my friends, is why you want a Desert Dragon in your team. Desert Dragon, the ultimate in everything technology. Alright, let's try that death quest again. It's Malay Mayhem this time. And mana cap 99. Looks like my opponents recently entered Guild Brawl teams in their history because there was a Gladiator card there. And everything else that they've entered has been level 1 or level 6 or whatever. So I don't know about their collection power and their ability to deliver here. So I'm just going to do whatever I want, which is going to be Dark Huan, Gauladon. The fact that we've got Malay Mayhem means Pegasus, Hydra, Cthulhu for fun. And what else am I going to throw in? I might throw in... I could use anything. Let's go Cornelius. Cornelius as a stopgap as well. Yep. This is pretty fat units. The only thing that's not legendary is Gauladon, but I feel like Gauladon should be a legendary card. They're that good. It's the True Strike. The True Strike coupled with the Enrage just makes them an absolute meat slicer. I really didn't think Gauladon was a good idea when I first started playing them, and then I learned to love them very quickly. The True Strike and the Enrage together, and at the end of a turn, it's just such a good combination. It's an incredible, incredible thing. And where there's rule sets where everyone gets knockout and Gauladon is supported by a stun creature, it's like having Giant Killer. It is amazing. My opponent seems to be taking quite some time to put together their stuff. Yeah, the poison rule set for Gauladon's really good as well because they've got lots of health and the poison enrages them. So from that second position, they can do some big damage to the frontline enemy. The only thing that sort of corrupts that a little bit is the fact that if the frontline enemy has a significant amount of health, it becomes problematic. Now, this is not a good team for me to be fighting. Firstly, we're going to have a snared Cthulhu. Secondly, Lord of Darkness. At least I've got some Magic Reflect that's going to throw back at their two Magic casters, but Chaos Dragon is not special about where they choose to fling their magic. They just put it wherever they well please. And there goes Dark Huan. Well, I'm glad that Chaos Dragon has at least attacked something twice. That involved it getting angry. But now it gets bad. It gets terribly bad. There goes my anchor on my team. Hydra may just be the last one remaining, but Hydra will melt against a sandworm. But Hydra has a higher speed than a sandworm, provided they can hit, which, as evidenced there, they failed to do. At least I've got 2 heals left. Oh man. See you later, Chaos Dragon. Okay, this is where it's gonna be not so much fun. Stun locked for life. Cornelius cannot survive the onslaught of a Lord of Darkness. That is upsetting. Those are words I say a lot when I play this game. Alright, we have Equalizer. We have Healed Out. We have Dragon and Life and Death. For Equalizer, I'm going with Ouster. Because it is Healed Out, I'm going to go with Phantasm. because that way I've got Return Fire and Magic Reflect in my front line. We're going to throw in a Tower Griffin. I'm thinking about just for some extra armor. Now, because it is Equalizer, it makes absolutely all of the sense in the world to bring Ancient Lich. Anything else that contributes Vampirism. Poison could be useful. Yeah, Tower Griffin is not coming along. Inari Bonesmith. I want to try and get that poison in. Get that poison to stick. And finally, Weeding Warrior. I'll throw a Silence in for good measure. Thinking I've got a decent balance here. If I was in their shoes, I'd probably try to play Shield Bearer with lots of repair. They did not do that. That is fine. They went with Dragon. I am very glad I have Magic Reflect on my side. What makes me even happier about that Magic Reflect is that I also have Amplify. But that is not going to be enough to take down this team. Well, not with my frontline creature remaining standing for the entire duration of the battle, but we'll see. Because we do have a Resurrection, and that bought me a little bit of time. The only problem is Life Leech on their dragon. Although I too have a Life Leech. It's a very poisonous city here. Their Life Leecher is in significantly worse health than mine. I think I will come through with a win here. I've just got too many healths left. Many more healths. And our Ancient Lich can sit here and go bang, bang, bang. And very nice fun. So that's my first win of the day for my quest. I'll try and take it at a relaxing pace today. I'm not going to force the Death Splinter into every scenario, because I'm not even in Diamond 1 yet, and there's only 4 days left in the season. Having said that, this one is a standard rule set, and anything goes except for life. And it's 20 mana. This reminds me of the initial days of Splinterlands, when it was 20 mana, standard rules, go. There weren't very many high mana creatures back then, like there are now. That was a fun time. Never force the fire quest. Actually, I'm going to see what I'm going to play through the joys of random, and it landed on life, which is the only splinter not available, so let's try that again. And it landed on death, which is my quest, so let's try that again. Scotty Fortune is saying Llama Cron. Well, we can go with Llama Mage. I don't know that Cron is going to be the most appropriate for a 20 mana match, but look, it's a fan request. It's going to happen. What are we going to put in front? I don't know. Do we just go with a Llama and only Cron? Nothing else? I've got a minute and 15 seconds to decide, so I'm awaiting your advice. Do I just go Llama and Cron? Llama Behemoth. That's inappropriate. Mainly on the fact of the matter that they don't have any heals and it's not infinite trample. The opponent brings a single stun and it's all over. But it would be great for the meme factor. The problem with... Oh, actually no, because it will be... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. It's locked in. Your wish is my command, Scotty Fortune. Oh god, he's gonna take so much damage and he's never gonna get through Demon Shark. Here we go. What a great last stand though. Oh, look at that pain. Look at that pain in the Oaken Behemoth's eyes. At least he's got a dodge, right? Oh no, he's poisoned. And he's gone. He's gone. He's out of here. Alright. What are we going to play next? What's happening next? It is Dragon Splinter, which we can't play. This time, because it's close range, I am going to use Llama Mage again, but we're going to have Cornelius ready to roll in that last position. But don't worry, we'll have some other things ready to roll as well. This is going to be the ultimate last stand team composition. I might even roll a Goblin Psychic, and we'll throw in a Princess as well to try and keep everyone alive for as long as possible. So we've got the ultimate last stand team. All of these people except for Princess and Goblin Psychic can do an awesome last stand, and we'll see what happens. And yeah, you are right, Bakoni. Technically my set was full modern. Llama and Oaken Behemoth is modern. It's dice plus Untamed. The only thing here that's not modern is the Hydra. And the opponent's team also has a Spirit of the Forest and a Swamp Thing. And a Renin. You know, classic Prince Renin. Alright, let's see how we go here. There's a Mycelic Slip Spawn. It's annoying. There's a Grund. It's also annoying. There's close range. It's very annoying. We have Return Fire. Okay, here we go. Last stand, Cornelius. Get it done, my friend. Get it done. No, nothing ever looks good for me. That's why watching me stream is so enjoyable. It's look at the ways in which I can be beaten. Oh, so much damage coming through here. Question's going to be, can I consistently hit Spirit of the Forest? Now that that armor is gone, it's looking better. It'd be ideal if I can get that first hit in. Damn. There it is. Now I just have to wait for the reflections. See you later, Prince Renin. Go home, Prince Renin. Go back to beta. Stay there. Nobody wants you in Modern League. Even though I was playing significantly not Modern League monsters there. Alright, we've got Up Close and Personal with Unprotected. This is my chance to strike with Death Splinter. And 10,000 redemptions. But there's only one redemption available because I didn't realize it's Melee Mayhem. Oh dear. Right. That means that we're gonna go with something else. Maybe I still go with Thaddeus. Actually, there's no point going with Thaddeus because it's melee only. But I still want to reduce their health by 1. I still want to use Death Splinter. Okay, we're not going to do that. Instead, we might do the Llama Behemoth time. And because we are only using melee creatures, Hydra. And who's going to come along for the journey here? I think Screeching Vulture. Either they'll die very promptly to Thorns, or they might get a last stand. We'll see. Oh man, I wanted this to be a Death Quest game. Sadly, not to be. And yeah, that one with Cornelius was a tough one. DD Ico. It was frustrating, but I've been beaten so many times by a Last Stand Cornelius that I thought I had to give it a go. Well, I was not incorrect about things on my team potentially dying. I'm very glad they don't have a last stand, but I feel like my Hydra is going to be a victim of their own success with their retaliates here. I didn't add 0 because I was afraid that they would have a creeping ooze, and I didn't want to feed into their gelatinous cube. I wanted to keep that possibility off the table. But even if I did, it wouldn't have mattered, because Mylor is a monster. Look how they murdered my Screeching Vulture. It's an endangered species, that Screeching Vulture. It's not okay. We need to support the Screeching Vulture. The Screeching Vulture conservation team needs to get up in here and take Mylor away. Lock him away for many years for his cruelty against Screeching Vultures. Heavy hitters and Spreading Fury. Now this is where Golodon is a fiend. An absolute fiend. However, it's probably low mana. Too low mana for that. So we're going to throw in the 0 mana creatures here. I'm going to go with Dark Wand. Slip in that Golodon. And we need a stun. We're not rocking a heal. Instead, just because of the importance of our precious Golodon, we are going to roll. Can't speak. Sounded like I was probably having a stroke. We're going to roll Thoracer to try and keep everyone alive. Now, Skelly Assassin is a problem. Lich is a problem. What is up with all their melee? I don't get it. I don't get it. Just need that Golodon to get a little bit angry and take some shots at Lord of Darkness. Be great if it was accompanied with a stun. But Lord of Darkness is gone. I am so glad we've got Soulstorm dodging attacks in the rear there. Hey Butops, welcome. It is I, Holazor, here in my Monday evening for me time slot. Oh, did you see that, Golodon? Negative 16 damage. That stun, that enrage, that knockout from the rules. Absolutely beautiful. Unlike my record here. I am taking requests from chat if you want to see a crazy team be submitted into battle. I did play a Llama Mage plus a Oaken Behemoth earlier just to see what happened. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to rewind or watch the stream replay later, it lost. But I am down to submit any team as long as we'll see some funny results come out of it. That is the best part of this game. Alright, we have Holy Protection and everything always hits. Fire Splinter is in, so we're probably going to see a Jotun. How do we ruin Jotun's team? Oh, I wouldn't want to be on at 3 AM my time. That would be unhappiness for me. I've been playing for many years, and I normally stream around this time myself on my own Twitch channel. You can find me just by clicking on my name here and wandering over there if you want to catch my regular streams, which are usually about this time each night. I've also been streaming some Elden Ring lately as well, and have found myself quickly addicted to this, to that rather. Can I do a Magna carry team? I'm not sure what we're referring to by Magna, unless we're talking about what is it? Living Lava? Living Lava to support everyone from the front. But I really want to complicate things for Jotun Zaku here. So I'm going to go with Lyanna. My focus is going to be on driving everything into my Slick Slip spawn. But then surrounding my Select Slip Spawn with so much support that everything ends up getting magic reflected straight back at them. What is it? Return fire is what I want. Come on, return fire. So my options for return fire here are going to be Onyx Sentinel on one side and then Cornelius on the other. That way all the attacks will go into Slip Spawn, then they'll come straight back at the enemy via Reflect. The only risk there is if they bring magic. I need to hurry up and pick the rest of my team here. And I have 11 mana left. So let's just throw Kron at the back and see what happens here. So, as I was saying, the only risk is if they bring magic. What's on their team? It's magic. We'll see. We'll see how we go here. At least most of the attacks are going to be coming back their way, and Onyx Sentinel was actually a pretty good choice. I was expecting there to be more blast on the opponent's team, but the double triage here should keep the Slip Spawn alive, and I shouldn't have to worry about very much at all, other than this Kron. Yeah, I see so many people put my Select Slip Spawn at the very end of the team, and then they don't take advantage of any potential fire that's going to happen around Slip Spawn, which results in wasteful placement of other creatures. So that worked out well, but again, that wasn't for the Death Quest. It was a regular thing. Alright, next team we have Target Practice. Everything has Snipe. Odd ones out. Only odd creatures. 58 mana. I think I might be able to pull off a Death Team. Maybe. Only because it's odd ones out, and that means they can't use Kraken. They can use Jotun, but I'm comfortable with being able to front a team here that should be able to counter most of the snipers that are out there. The key is, again, to use Taunt. The Taunt is going to be... Well, there's only one Taunt option here in this Splinter, and it's not available. So maybe I try to do my fire thing that DDRco is asking for. The Enrage ability from a fire creature. I'm not sure if I've got that creature or I'm able to use it in this particular rule set, because the only Enrage available to me right now is Radiated Brute. I may not have the card. I don't have every single card, but I do have most. I might change tact entirely here and just go with what I know to be safe and protected and protective. And I have 20 seconds to pick an entire team because I've been rambling. Oh, okay, Dico, thank you. I now know what to call you, instead of fumbling around with a random sequence of letters. I don't know what team I'm putting together here, but I'm sure it's not going to be good. Because I'm pressed for the clock there. Let's see what happens. Well, I'm not too afraid of my opponent's team either, to be completely honest. The only thing that's going to be horrific is going to be Jin Renova getting one shot by Silver Shield Sheriff. Almost. But the greater vengeance is going to be one-shotting their Truth Speaker, which is a far more important creature than Jin Renova. But I never even bought a Truth Speaker to my team, so what do I know? I've got a double resurrect out in my team though. And oh boy, am I glad that I do. I can't believe a really haphazard team that I put together is faring so well against someone who possibly spent quite some time putting their team together very thoughtfully, and I'm just like, I'm gonna click some random buttons and see what works. And it looks like it's going to be Uriel as the last one standing, which is of little to no consequence, because we will be wailing on Uriel while he sits around doing nothing but falling onto the ground dying. Wow, 70 ranking points for that one. That is awesome. Am I on some sort of win streak here, or was that just luck? No, that's a 3-game win streak. Cool. Enraged, Gank Stunner. Yeah, Gank is like on a completely different level to me in terms of player though. He's been playing about as long as I have, but his brain just operates on a completely different level to me. Yeah, I don't think I've got the creature, or I'm gimped again by the rule set here being Rise Against the Commons. Rise of the Commons, rather. Rise Against the Commons would be cool. You can't use anything but epics and legendaries. That'd be a great rule set. Rise of the Commons. Do I return to death? I think I do, based on the Splinter availability, because I can cut off healing completely. And that's always fun to do. And there are some wonderful commons in Death Splinter, many of which are neutrals, which are what I'm primarily going to play here. And I'm going to try and... Oh, it's a shame the stun is not in that repertoire there, because I wanted the knockout for Rise of the Legendaries. Can only use legendaries. That'd be fun if it was like a 7-mana rule set, which is probably what the game would roll. I want to try and bring a knockout to this rule set, but I can't do that easily with death. I can do that with Green Splinter, however. Where is... Oh no, I can't do that with Green Splinter. I must be tripping. It's because of the Rise of the Commons, and the card I'm thinking about is an epic. Let's go with a Speedy Fire then. And... Living Lava, Phineas, Spark Pixies, of course, because they are the primary stun. What other stuns? Let's go Cyclops. Cyclops as the anchor. Ifrit Elder can sneak in there. And Naga Fire Wizard, I guess. I don't know why Ifrit Elder is in the middle of my team. They're not going to be very useful there, and neither are my Spark Pixies. But if I stun the Living Lava, which I have, this is going to be glorious when the magic comes in and goes bang, and then bang. Oh, they don't have knockout because not everyone has knockout. Oh, I thought everyone had knockout. Oh, I was expecting it to do double damage. My genius is foiled. My team placement is now horrifically bad. I could have played Jotun. I could have had Magical Blast. But instead, all I get is a loss. And a ending of my burgeoning win streak. And now, I go straight back in for more punishment. That is life. That is what it is. So normally, 2 hour stream length, it's good enough for me to get my quest done. But today, who knows? It may go unfinished. I'm gonna start forcing my quest. 50 minutes in, 2 wins. All right, Rise of the Commons again. Silent Summoners. So summoner selection does not matter. Let's flex with our summoner selection and choose the most pointless summoner for this rule set, which is going to be Ouster. Okay. Let us focus on... What am I going to focus on? I'm going to do something that I never usually do, which is play Nightmare. It's level 7 because I don't have it maxed out. But if I combine it with Blind, and then if I combine it with... I can't use that card because it's legendary. But anyway, if I combine it with something that has swiftness, such as a Supply Runner, it means I'll have bonus speed. And then if I find some slows and supplement my team with some slows here, I might just be able to dodge everything and go pew pew pew. And if we add rust and we add that, don't ever do this at home. Don't try this if you actually want to win battles. I say as I'm actively trying to win battles. We'll get to my favorite combo. It is actually a Death Splinter team. I can't field it in this rule set, but I will be able to field it at some point today. And I think Bakuoni already knows the team that I'm thinking about. It's a blue Splinter Killer team. Unlike the team I'm about to battle here. The Rust is good. The Rust is very good. I just need to dodge everything. Yes, good dodge. Beautiful dodges. This is excellent. Look at how low their speed is in comparison to everything on my team. Ah, and I'm playing my guildmate. I'm playing good old Matt Clark. I'm playing someone I know in real life, which makes this victory all the more sweeter. He lives in my city, and I'm going to send him a message on Discord right now from my phone to say, you just got wrecked on stream. And I'll let you know any response I get. You just got wrecked on Splinterlands TV. Sorry. We'll see if he shows up to try and redeem himself. But that is a nice victory for me. One that I will save you. I'm going to even copy the link to the battle and send it to him on Discord so that he's got it there forever and ever. It's more fun when you beat someone that you know. Alright. Well, let's go again. Let's see what we've got happening. Trash talking is all part of the fun of this game, especially when you're playing people that you know well. It's the best fun. I better be careful what I say, though. He might revoke his Flesh Golem delegation that he so kindly gives me. His response was, I thought about how uncomfortable I was with the lack of direction in my team, and I hoped that the opponent had sucky cards. It was a level 7 card in my front row, so it was pretty terrible. Just to rub that in. Alright, we have Equal Opportunity and a Holy Protection. And what are we going to do here? I'm going to try and roll the Death minigame, but it looks like we have a fan of Selenia Sky, and with Opportunity, that's not great. Because that's going to mean Dragon Jumper. And what I want to play does not involve protection against Dragon Jumper. It involves Dark One. It's also a story about Jin Murray, because Muriat is clearly not an Australian name, but Murray is a thoroughly Australian name. So Jin Murray, welcome. Enjoy your position on the team. And we've got Thorosa. And for those of you who aren't in on the joke, Murray was a typo that Bakuoni did once upon a time when he was trying to type out Muriat, and it stuck. Yes, that's certainly correct as well. This team does not bode well against a quick team, which is typically a dragon team. But here we are. Here I find myself about to lose a match. Shameless. And yeah, Cthulhu sits on the back of the team. Cornelius sits in there to try and throw some reflections back. This is interesting. This is not what I expected. Now, Mitika Headhunter is going to be absolutely obnoxiously brutal here. Goodbye, Dark Huan. It was nice having you. And now my opportunity is going to fall apart. But guess what? Corrupted Pegasus is dying next. But guess what's happening after Corrupted Pegasus? Mitika Headhunt is useless. I might actually win here. The passiveness that we have via our front line is not too bad. Yeah, this is going to come through as a win. I looked at that team selection there and it was like, nope, not possible. But no, that worked out well. Jin Murray's reason to be in that team composition is the fact of the matter that he has Force Field. And Force Field is amazing because it just mitigates any damage over 5, which helps. Apparently, I also knocked my friend out of Diamond 1, so I reminded him about the fact that I'm still in Diamond 2. I might get to Diamond 1, we'll see. Provided I can fight him many more times. Yeah, Igor's pretty good. What league are you playing in, Dicko? Are you in Bronze, Silver, Gold, or are you up there in Diamond as well? Unprotected, Noxious Fumes, we want immunity. We have immunity. It's called Harklaw. Now, Harklaw also has Magic Reflect, which is super wonderful because Alster is a nice guy who bestows Magic Reflect upon all of his people. Now, the no armor part of things here is probably going to be annoying. The fact that I don't have a cleanse in this Splinter is probably going to be annoying. The fact that Life Splinter can spam 432 different triages in this rule set is going to be pretty annoying. But guess what? I can spam at least 2 triages. And then I can not roll a Cornelius because that's too much mana. But we can fit a Hydra in. Hydra can heal. Hydra can be the beneficiary of triage. But does Cursed Windiku have more health? That is the question. How much mana is Cursed Windiku? All I know is that they have thorns, because I rarely use them. Thorns, thorns, thorns. Where are the thorns? There are the thorns. Cursed Windiku is 6 mana, so sure, we'll use Cursed Windiku. I know. She'll get 1 triage in. No, she doesn't have 2 HP. Look, with the help of Shadowy Presence, she has 3 HP. Perfect. Problem solved. Let's go. Okay. Their Shield Bearer is only level 3. They're all gold foil cards. I think I've got a free win here. Maybe. That is a lot of damage that they dealt out there, though. She lived. And now it's just a Jin Renova. And now it's just a Cursed Windiku. And that Magic Reflect coming through. Beautiful. I'll take it. Alright. Now the question is, what do we get in our little reward chests? Is it going to be good stuff? Is it going to be bad stuff? Is it going to be just 10 chests filled each with 1 DEC? Probably. Oh, it's 12 chests. So I'm hoping for at least 12 DEC or more. Let's see. We begin with my prediction being true. 1 single DEC, a Gargoyle Lion. That's worth more than 1 DEC. An legendary lotion, 10 DEC. So we've got extra. We just put a 0 on the end of that. Butop says from the bottom. It's a legendary lotion. I think this one's going to be another lotion of some sort. No, it's 23 DEC. None of these chests are glowing or shaking, so I don't know. I think it's just going to be commons and potions and DEC. No, we've got a Venari Bonesmith, so we've got a rare. Gonna try and get chests that aren't touching other chests. Alchemy Lotion. 4 DEC. A Legendary Lotion. Colorcore Mercenary, and what's this last one gonna be? A Legendary Lotion. So we got 3 cards. 3 cards out of 12 chests, which is not a 50% card ratio, which is what we should be expecting if math.random works properly. So all in all, an unlucky day for me. Yeah, that's what you get in Diamond 2 League. If you progress up to Diamond 1 and above, those daily chests increase more and more as you go up and up through the leagues. What will really upset you is if I reopen my end of season rewards from last season, because those were incredible. Now, we're back into battle, because I want to try and push into Diamond 1, because it's getting to that point in the season where if I don't start pushing, I'm just going to stagnate, and then I'll have to fight my way up through gold for next season, which, trust me, is not fun. I've done it many times now. Unprotected, Rise of the Commons. I really wanted to use Green Splinter, but they're out. Life is in. I think I'm going to go with Dragon plus Life Splinter for what I want to do here. Selenia. Life. I want to use a Stitch Leech. Going to use Chaos Knight as well. Look at this team. It's full of gold. But the real reason I wanted to use this team was many snipes. All of the snipes. I'm going to bring Crystal Smith in, and finally, oh, we can't use what I really wanted to use, which would have been the Legendary Fiend for an extra speed. I think I've got a better team, but oh god, do they have so much damage. Oh, my poor little Stitch Leech didn't get a single attack in. Well, there goes my hopes and dreams. I thought my team was thoughtful, considerate, kind. That's why I lost. Alright, let's go show you what I got last season. So it started off well with a lotion, and then, oh look, what's this? It was a legendary second card in. But it then became very boring and normal and standard and so on. But then those of you who are my regular viewers know what's going to happen very soon here. Oh, misclick. And then it was like, okay, this is pretty ordinary. This is pretty normal. Oh, yay, a rare. Okay, cool, whatever. More stuff, more cards. Then we keep going. It's pretty normal. Pretty boring. Couple of rares. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's one of you. Oh, look. It's one of you shiny ones. And then I thought, okay, cool. It can't get better than that. Oh, what's that? Another gold foil, but not a legendary? Okay, surely it can't get better than that. Oh, a pack. Geez, thanks, game. And then it lets you down. And then further along, oh, look. Another gold foil. If you were getting this in a daily quest, so if your sample size is 12 and those were the 12 that you got, how freaking happy would you be? So yeah, that was my main stuff from last season's rewards. And then just to top it off, there was an epic and then another one. So yeah, I got some pretty good results from my main account there. But for the first 6 days of the season, I was then getting a pack every day in my rewards. So I felt like a horrendous man who smokes cigarettes at a rate of 1 pack a day. But in fact, it was Splinterlands cards. And then I never got any more packs since then. Now I get noxious fumes, which is quite fitting, given the fact that I was a pack-a-day pack opener at one point in my Splinterlands career. No more. No more in my pack-a-day opener. We have 44 mana, weak magic, noxious fumes. So if it's weak magic, I'm going to go with... Oh, I kind of want to go with Ouster. And lots of armor. Void armor, in particular. Yeah, let's do it. Void... Not Coid. Void armor. So, we have 2 options. Both of them amazing. We've got Legionnaire Alvar and Murray. Now, the thing that makes this amazing is that we're either going to see Kraken from Blue Splinter or something obnoxious from Green Splinter. The great thing about this is they've both got Void Armor, and they've both got Giant Killer, and they're both going to get Magic Reflect. The bad thing is they're both going to get poisoned, so let's throw a cube in there. The even worse thing is I have no cleanse, because Death Splinter doesn't have a cleanse. So my insurance policy is going to be Almo. Almo at the very, very back. Yeah, it can be any of those things, and that's what I'm afraid of. But I want to see Giant Killer do stuff. Gorlodon's going to come along, and because I've got Cube there as well, I'm tossing up between Thorosa and let's go Shadowy Presence. Make it count. Alright. Watch me lose this because I'm not playing the meta. That's interesting. My opponent is also not playing the meta. And the wonderful thing about this is I have 2 monsters with Giant Killer. They've also brought Void Armor along, which is fine. But guess what? Gorlodon is going to be so mad in one short moment. Look at that. 7 health. And he's fast as he needs to be. Oh no, he's going to die before the round's over. No, good. He got Grum. That's what we needed. We needed the sacrificial Grum killer. Now, the really dangerous part for me here is their Dr. Blight casting Affliction on my cube. It can happen, and it probably will happen. The poison I'm not so worried about. Now their Dr. Blight is dead. I'm not getting afflicted. Very nice. No, their Dr. Blight is not dead. Oh god, I forgot about Phineas and his awesome, outstanding hacks. Yeah, I've lost this. I have lost this because Phineas is going to absolutely murderlate Almo. 10 damage. Good old oppression. It's one of those things. It ended up being extraordinarily dangerous anyway. Okay, we now have weak magic again. But 50 mana this time. I think this one's going to be a Dragon Splinter special. Dragon Splinter, weak magic with blue Splinter. Or, actually, even better, green Splinter, because it's going to be weak magic. And we will go with Unicorn Mustang, because they have piercing. And then we need to figure out how to give Unicorn Mustang lots of armor, which is really easy to do when you're playing Dragon Splinter with Green Splinter. And I can't type to save my life. What happened to my keyboard's LEDs? I can't see a thing. My cat must have stepped across the keyboard. Why did I go with Daria? That's a question I'm not so sure about, but I've done it now because I wanted to use Mitika Headhunter. There's very little risk of return fire here. Watch them play, what's his name? But why did I go Daria? What am I doing? What am I thinking? Why? Maybe Carnage Titan will know the answer. Better take advantage of it somehow. Dragon Jumper, that's why. That's why I wanted to go with Daria. For enormous damage of the melee variety. And Scale Doctor for the repair. They also have the added advantage of bringing a triage along. And let's see how this goes. So they've gone with armor reduction, which is very good on their part. Now, the question is, can I hit this poor little Nectar Queen? Should be no troubles at all now that I've snared them. Come on, Carnage Titan. Yes, I called them Tartan. They're not a Titan. There's a Tartan gown below that mechanical upper body. Now, do I have enough damage to take down Kron? Probably. Now that they're stunned, certainly. That was a very haphazard team, but it worked. The key there was double strike and also piercing. Having the protect on hand was also very useful. Still miles away from Diamond 1. The goal is to get there. Little League, Noxious Fumes. So, this one is going to be more interesting because there will be no cube. And the only immunity option... Actually, I should just go with Cleanse. Let's go with Mother Kalia. The Triage War. It's only 2 triages though, with the mana set. But we can also bring Truth Speaker. Now, who can survive in first position? That's not an obvious first position survivor. The thing that sucks here is that we have Green Splinter available. Perhaps I'm going to go with Calico Conjurer in case they bring Mylor along. Which they might, because there's plenty of cleanse options and, well, not many cleanse options, but lots of triage options available in Earth Splinter. And I definitely want to bring Stitch Leech, and that leaves me with 6 mana, which we can't use because it's too many manas. I think that we should bring along maybe a Dr. Blight. Yes, let's bring along a Dr. Blight. And hope that they don't go a crazy team. That's a pretty crazy team. I'm annoyed by all the magic reflect that's going to come my way. However, I'm also relieved that they didn't elect to use... what's their name? Queen Mycelia. Very glad they didn't elect to use that. The extra health and the triage should be useful. That's why I went with Mother Kalia over any other summoner here. I'm hoping I can hit Serpentine Mystic with my Stitch Leech this turn, because I want to get rid of that slow so I can attack first. Yes, excellent. It's not doing anything for the slow against the other thing, but my advantage now is I have immunity, essentially, on my front row creature. Stitch Leech is doing alright. Manticore is still a large threat. So is Screeching Vulture, as evidenced by taking out my precious, precious creature. But now I'm actually in considerable trouble here, because a 2v1 and the one is very quick and they will not miss. Well played by my opponent there. Yeah, and Midika Headhunter, again, is one of those cards where until it's used, it's sort of like, I don't see the utility, but when it's used, it's just phenomenal. You can try to counter it with Return Fire, but even then it's got so much damage. And because it's usually played with the Spirit of the Forest, it often has armor as well, so it's pretty robust in its own right. Oh, what is it with this Little League constantly? Everything has snipe. That means we're probably going to see Jotun, which means I'm probably going to want to bring Return Fire. No, we can't see Jotun. Excellent. Alright then, probably see, because I really want to play Obsidian myself with this rule set. So I'm going to do the opposite and play Thaddeus. And that's going to lead me down a dangerous path. Actually, no. It's going to lead me down... I don't know what it's going to lead me down. It's going to lead me down so many interesting paths. So many crazy paths. Paths that I don't know. Ah, screw it, I'm just going to play Obsidian. I do what I want. And who's going to be my tank in this Little League situation? Well, it's funny you ask, because it's Snipe, I'm just going to use Earth Elemental. That way everyone will snipe into Earth Elemental. No, that's silly. Let's do something even more annoying. Let's not bring any ranged monsters at all. Let's be completely melee. Completely melee. And hope that they don't bring Milo, which is a big risk. It's probably going to happen. It's probably going to be a demoralize there as well. In fact, Chaos Agent. They can take a snipe. Oh, that is the worst possible team for me to fight against. Absolutely the worst possible team. Repair, Immunity, Defiant Shield, Epona, Mycelia. Ugh. So much health. Not a single dodge to be had. So many cards, so many buffs, so much triage. Not enough damage on my side. I was afraid that was the team they were going to play, and that is exactly what they played. Therefore, math dot equal me lose. Big words. Algebraic formulas. Algorithms. Silent summoners. Rise of the commons. They like the commons today. And they like the ineffectual summoners. What am I gonna roll with now? If it's silent summoners, the summoner does not matter one bit. The question is, life or fire? I'm more familiar with Life Splinter than I am with Fire Splinter. Let's click on Maurik. if it's commons and rares, I can crank out some of the more obscure parts of my collection. Naga Fire Wizard is one such obscure part of my collection. But then I don't have any healing. I do have the Beetle Queen, but she's not the best. I do enjoy an Antoid Platoon. Do enjoy a Sandworm. I do enjoy a Phineas. I might just rock it old school here. Cerberus, Phineas, Fire Wizard, Sandworm in a nice secure position. And let's go with... Ooh. I wish there was another Protect available. Flame Monkey, no. Stun isn't really going to be helpful. Cleanse may be helpful. Headwinds and Slow makes me go a little bit quicker. I guess we'll throw the Flame Monkey in because they may be able to offer some protection, some speed. Well, it's Fire v Fire, and they wasted a single mana on Tarsa instead of devoting it to something else in their team. So that's great. Good start for me. Bad miss for Sandworm. Radiated Brute is like a machine there. Okay, I think I'm safe. Good old Sandworm. I bought a plot in the initial sale. A plot. Yes, one plot. I bought one plot. I meant to say I bought one tract in the initial sale. So I think I've said this on other people's streams in the past and on my own in the past, is that the Splinterlands roadmap outside of what has been sort of publicly and recently published is essentially that land will allow people to create spells and items. That will be the next layer of gameplay for Splinterlands beyond, you know, additional card types and card additions and so on. If you're going to want to participate in that additional form of gameplay, you're going to either A, need land to go and manufacture these items and spells yourself, or B, obtain those items and spells from people who own land who are going to be either A, willing to give away those things on the market, or B, pricing them according to whatever future reward model we might see in the game. So to me, it's a no-brainer at any price. Do you want to and you know, this might sound, you know, pretty crazy, pretty political, but do you want to own the means of production, or do you want to not own the means of production? I know for me personally, I think I'd rather create the items and spells myself, be a self-contained kingdom, not have to rely on other people and that sort of thing. But I also just like the idea of the fact that managing the land itself will be its own game in its own right. Upgrading things, building things, managing things. I mean, you people have played things like City Skylines or SimCity or that sort of stuff in the past. That stuff is fun. When it's got Splinterlands monsters running around on it as well, I'm sure it's going to be even more fun. And that is 100% personal opinion. So yes, I think land is going to be exciting, but it's going to be something that you're going to have to probably be very patient for, because the game is currently scaling at a enormous rate, like in terms of player growth and all that sort of thing. And here I got lazy, I got rambly, so it's Lamacron. I think that the blast will be useful. We'll see if this works. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine here. They don't have enough damage to beat me. It feels pathetic that I can click like 4 buttons and win a battle against someone who played many more buttons on their keyboard and possibly on their mouse. Who knows? They might have submitted it through the Splinterlands mobile app. And that's another win. So that's 2 in a row. I missed that 11-game win streak that I went off on some time ago. I don't think I'll see those days again for a very long time. For a very long time indeed. But I will persevere. I mean, back to the land conversation as well. It'll be cool, even if you have the land, to think about, what if I don't reveal my plot? What might that plot be worth in the future, with land being as scarce as what it is? It is highly speculative in that realm, but there's also the whole thing, is it more valuable unrevealed than it is revealed? Can you get into some sort of metagame where you buy plots, but you don't reveal them, and you keep them out in the wild, hidden, a mystery, to then allow others to sort of speculate on other bits and pieces and all that other thing. Yeah, the collection power will probably give more utility in terms of your SPS airdrop, but I believe that there's less than 100 days left now on the SPS airdrop. But the important thing is that the staking rewards for that SPS will be ongoing for many years to come, which is what I think a lot of people also don't realize. The other thing that I thought was really interesting was the way the price of vouchers spiked when the news about validators hit as well. To me, it seemed bizarre that the price of vouchers went up, but the price of SPS stayed relatively stable. It has seen a slight appreciation. I'm not a technical analyst at all. I don't draw meme lines or anything like that. I'm more of a fundamental sort of person, but it did occur to me that validator licenses, henceforth the vouchers and the demand for vouchers that we've seen spike recently, is essentially SPS futures, because you get more SPS by running a validator. I intend to try and run for a validator and become democratically elected in the position of a validator, as opposed to buying 10 trillion licenses for one and being like, hey, look at me. I bought my way to power. Watch me. Let me be a validator. Let me. I'd much rather let my tenure and my standing in the community be what gets people to trust me to run a node for the game. And I plan on running the node on a server that's actually located within my house. So yeah, I already have the server hardware there. I just need to spin up a Docker container or a virtual machine or whatever it will be required of the validator, and I'll have one up and running. That is my plan. And if the hardware that I don't have, if the hardware that I do have is not capable of doing that, then I'll look at whatever infrastructure is required on the cloud or whatever, in order to make sure that it provides a good thing. Unfortunately, no, I don't have solar panels at my house. But yeah, I'm too busy to be an influencer as well, Dico. My proposition will be simple. I've been playing the game since forever. My node will be housed in my house, so you can't take it away from me. You've literally got to get through me to get to my node. And I think that there's, a certain element of, I'm a nerd. I've got a rack in my living room that holds like my home server and a whole bunch of other bits and pieces. I self-host my website, many other things. And, for me to say, this particular box in my rack helps run my favorite game in the world, like there's a certain level of satisfaction that you get from that. And, I'm not a system admin, but I know enough to be dangerous. I know my way around a bash code, terminal window and all that sort of thing, but I'm not a system admin, which is part of the fun. What am I going to do here? We've got unprotected and explosive weaponry, so Chances is useless. Yeah, that's lucky because my server at home doesn't have a GPU in it. It is quite literally just a file host, a web host, and that's it. So yeah, that is my plan. I want to have the infrastructure be close to home, because one of those things, you know, about crypto and decentralization is you want things to be geographically separated as well. So if everyone gets a node and everyone hosts it in an Amazon data center on Amazon S3 or whatever, or they use, you know, OVH or another cloud provider that's out there, that's not decentralizing. It's just, look at 15 nodes exist in a data center. Yes, that data center is in the cloud and has enterprise grade scalability and all of that, but it's all physically located in the one situation, which is the bad thing about a lot of cloud hosting services and that sort of thing. If you've got, you know, one box on OVH, one box on Amazon, one box on, I don't know, some other cloud service provider, Azure, whatever, cool, that's fine. But odds are a lot of that stuff is housed in the same data centers in any case. You know, you want that geographical distribution, just like there's a billion, there's not actually a billion, there's many Bitcoin nodes. Right, what am I doing? I got 15 seconds left to pick a team because I was ranting. I'm going to do super risky, high risk, high reward, Kraken, Juno Sharnus. I never play Blue Splinter like this. Oh god. 3 mana left. Let's go with a heal. Sandworm there, Narissa there, go. Let's see, did this work? Is it going to work? It might work. The slip spawn is going to ruin Narissa and Sandworm. But to that point, everything else might be okay. No, it's not going to be okay. That retaliate was really nice though. And yeah, that is one of the great things about Splinterlands. You can play it in a web browser, you can play it on a literal potato. You can play it on an iPad if you want. It's a game that you can just pick up and play no matter where you are, provided you've got internet, of course. And it satisfies that old school look at the complex game mechanics elements that are really absent in a lot of mainstream games these days, which I think is why I'm enjoying Elden Ring so much, is because it doesn't hold your hand. It reminds me a lot of Morrowind, actually. But anyway, that's off topic. This game in particular, which I just won with a team I selected in what, 15 seconds? I seem to have a penchant for that. I'll do better when it's like, oh god, what do I do? Click, 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 click. Let's try this. Yeah. I'm ranting, so bring me back on track, people. Give me a subject. Ask me a question. I'll provide an answer. May not be the right answer, but it'll be an answer. That's the fun thing. I don't think I'm going to be getting to Diamond 1 today. I'm sort of taking 2 steps forward, then 14 steps back. Alright, we have Holy Protection and Equalizer. Okay, now I'm going to go all out Fire Splinter here. Except I'm going to do it using... Oh, I can use Byzantine Kitty. Beautiful. Now, because we have Equalizer, the beautiful thing, the absolutely beautiful thing is, look at Exploding Dwarf. They have 1 health? No, 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 no. They will have as much health as however much health I put in my back line. What am I going to put in my back line? I don't know. Something. Something with lots of health. Maybe it won't even be my back line. But Zauren Ifri is definitely coming along, because guess what he's got? He's got Vampirism. And Vampirism is amazing. What about second position? Do I do a stun? Or do I go with Manticore? I think I definitely go with Dr. Blight. What are the blast options? Native Blast is what I'm searching for here. Ooh, Chaos Dragon is very tempting. Very, very tempting. Because I'm not using Jotun here. Pyromaniac can come along. I want to go for something that's pretty high speed here as well. And finally, yeah, let's go with Chaos Dragon. High risk, high reward. Chaos Dragon in second position. Oh god, they have Archmage Arius. This will be fun. And they also have Carnage Tartan. Honestly though, probably gonna get wrecked. Grateful that I have a cleanse. Oh, the misses are beautiful. Okay, that's one creature down for me. That's all the opponent's divine shields down. That's return fire taken care of. These dodges are pretty nice. Oh no. There goes my primary method of killing my opponents. Yeah, I'm done skis here. There is no coming back from this. Come on, Dr. Blight. You can do it. You can solo an entire team. I have faith in you. My faith may have been misplaced. Let's go again. See what we get next. Alrighty, we have Holy Protection, 25 mana. An opponent who has played nothing but Jotun. He is standing on a mountain, yodeling with Jotun. So I'm going to take it upon myself to go with the only thing I know as defense to Jotun, which is Shield Bearer. And something. Does anything else have return fire I can throw into that second spot? That is rather robust. So let's go Onyx Sentinel. I am assuming we're going to see the same thing come around. Now, we need a Truth Speaker and an Armor Smith. And I think I'll just slip in a Shadow there as well. Let's see if Dax Paragon can be amazing. They will not be amazing because there's no range on the enemy team. Instead, they're going with the look at me destroy you with regular melee attacks. So I'm really glad my front line monsters both have shield. I'm even more glad that one of them even has the support of a Wigwam. Wigwam is a heal and also a cleanse. I know English good. This one may end up being ouch as well. But as they slowly perish and as they get increasingly squishier, it's looking rather okay, provided I can hit them. But the combination that I've got left is pretty robust, provided that Armor Smith repairs Truth Speaker, which they did not. How hard is it to hit a Serpentine Spy? Oh god. Well, we hit them, but with the wrong thing. And that poison is GG. Ah, so many misses on that Serpentine Spy. That is what cost me that game. All of the miss. I should have brought along a Celestial Harpy with True Strike. would have solved the problem instead of using the 1 mana Blindy McBlind guy that I put in the team. Alright, we have evens and back to basics. Well, are they going to use fire? I'm going to use fire. I'm going to use Jotun. And I'm going to use whatever magic I can possibly fit into the team because Magical Blast is so much fun. And we're going to arrange it in the order of tanky to tanky. Alright, now so much mana left to play with. It'll just be Magnol. Let's see if this will work. The Blast and Magic typically works well. They play Ouster. I had to stop and think if it was Ouster or Milo. As far as I'm concerned, they're the same thing. But we'll see. We got about 20 odd minutes left on the stream here, so we'll see. But I don't think I'm getting to Diamond 1 today. I don't think I'm getting there at all. So when I leave you guys, you'll have a 2-hour gap, I believe, before we get Captain Huku come on board. Okay, I think I've won just on account of the fact that I see 2 level 1 creatures. And they're going to have to struggle through Nagnor, excuse me, for a few turns in order to get through. I'm losing my voice. It's fantastic. I don't think I'm going to lose a single creature. What a win. I hate that rule set, but I will enjoy winning in it. Yeah, there are plans to add more streamers, particularly in the Australian time zone. Ron is in the process of recruiting, interviewing, setting up, etc. So you can the long-term goal is to see a 24/7 channel of streamers all around the world doing things constantly involving Splinterlands. Kind of like, you know, if the NBA can have a 24-hour channel, or rather several 24-hour channels, why can't Splinterlands? Why can't League of Legends? Why can't any other competitive, entertaining game? And it's all about the people, right? It's not just the whole fact of like, here's Splinterlands, let us ram it down your gullet all day, every day, 7 days a week. There's going to be certain personalities that you enjoy watching, certain people that make you laugh, others that make you cry, others that teach you not to play particular creatures in battle like I'm about to do, because they'll get absolutely wrecked by all the options available to their opponent. Like, it's a flying rule set, so I'm going to use flying, but I know damn well that Life Splinter is a better choice. A much better choice, because they have flying and immunity. And in Earthquake, that's important. That's Krallis. But Death Splinter is so much more fun, because they have better flying creatures. But that matters not. We're going to go with the full flying squad. I'm even going to go with this guy. The Krallis is going to be our tank. Angel of Light will back them up. Now the problem is, do I need a snare? I probably should bring a snare. I should play along. I should play by the rules somewhat. But hey, look at me. I'm not going to use the ordinary snares. I'm going to use one that gets me double Inspire on Krallis, because Angel of Light has Inspire. The only thing I'm super vulnerable to here is everything. Alright, let's see what will happen here. So they've gone with madness in terms of the damage that they're bringing to the battlefield here. Absolute freaking madness. So much so, Krallis got taken out in the first round, but hey, there's Resurrect, 1 of 3. in my team. I'm really sad Sandworm couldn't finish the job there. Now there is Resurrect 1 of 2 on my opponent's team. There's Resurrection 2 of 2, which is forcing me to use Resurrection 2 of 3 on my team. These are absurd. Absolutely absurd. And now here's my final Resurrection, my final form. And now Earthquake can come along. My immunity can continue to dominate from the front line with Krallis. And I think I should have no problem from here on out. And that is correct. There was no problem. And another one of my fellow guildmates here, Barfi. They're an excellent player, but I don't think they expected what I threw at them. I'm confused of their choice of General Sloan. They probably wanted to get in, do lots of damage, and get out. But that triple res was pretty good. Not gonna lie, it was amazing. Alright. 3,317 rating points so far. I believe it's 3,700 that I need for the next league. Or is that Diamond Champion? I don't know. I need more wins. That's a simple equation I have to solve. More wins, less loss. We have Noxious Fumes and Close Range. 27 mana. What has my opponent been doing? Oh god, they have Epona and Mycelia, and they have a Slip Spawn, and they could probably play all of that if Green Splinter wasn't banned. So what do they do in blue? That's an interesting composition. What do they do in Dragon? Ooh, they like Dragon Death. Okay, so with it being Close Range and Noxious Fumes, I'm feeling like I'm going to need a Cleanse and Triages and Healing and the ability to fling back opponents' attacks. So I'm thinking it's either going to be Blue Splinter or Life Splinter. Let's go with Blue Splinter because speed is amazing. Cornelius. And now we have a Triage. We have a Triage. We also have 2 Cleanses now. And guess what? We have another Triage. And we have another heal. The only thing that's going to ruin me here is going to be Sneak. Opportunity. Lots of things. Lots of things will absolutely destroy me here. Alright. Krallis, that's interesting. I guess the immunity will work wonders. The thorns will also... Not the thorns, the repair that they have with the second immunity is also going to be rather good. The resurrection's going to be slightly annoying. Ooh, that's a handy dandy resurrection. I was expecting that resurrection to go to Krallis. I don't think Krallis is going to be able to survive the concentrated attacks of my entire team, particularly the way in which Cornelius works. And particularly the way in which Brightwing is about to perish. Oh, I just need to hit Cornelius though, that's the biggest problem. Brightwing's got 1 turn left in her. No, she doesn't. She's got no turns left in her because Redemption. Perfect. There we go. We hit Krallis. We reflected. We Thorns did. Yes, Thorns did. And now Krallis is go bye-bye. And my team goes win-win. Okay. It's 41 rating points. I might manage to get to the Diamond League. The Diamond 1 League. Let's try. We got 10 minutes left. 99 mana, Earthquake, but lost magic. That is the worst, because instantly I'm like, oh, Death Splinter. I can use Death Splinter. That'll be amazing. No. Alright. Flying. Flying. My instinct is Green Splinter. My unassailable instinct is Green Splinter. They have wonderful flying machines. Much more wonderful flying machines than there. Death actually has some significantly good flying machines. Corrupted Pegasus could be fun. But no, I think it's going to be better to roll with this double protect. Screeching Vulture Extraordinaire. Now we need some sweet, sweet snare. My team is going to be very squishy here. And the snare is, of course, going to be Mitika. And I'm afraid of Jotun. I'm actually afraid of Jotun in this rule set. I will get ripped apart on account of speed. But hey, I'm this far in. It's not like I'm just going to go, well, I'm going to play Jotun too. The risk here is getting a terrible last stand. Ah, okay. Hi, Kraken. You were also unexpected and made even worse with the counter of Deep Swimmer. So this blind is going to make it very difficult for me to hit. And when I do hit, the overwhelming majority of hits is just going to come back and hit me in the face, which is really annoying. Although, Kraken's gone. That's nice. That's very nice. Should be afraid of Deep Lurker, though. Bagheera is something else I should also be afraid of. Just because while they may not be able to stand up against all the damage, they can certainly out-heal the Earthquake at the very least. But I think my Nectar Queen is gonna do us proud here. In fact, the whole crew is. Beautiful. I was very concerned about that team composition when I first saw it come out. Okay, we need 11 more rating points for Diamond 1. We're on a streak. Let's try and continue. Gotta get it done. And I have about 7 more minutes. Then I'll be running away. Yeah, it's probably because I'm not forcing the quest now that I've done the quest, and the previous days I've just been like, get the quest done. I want to go play Elden Ring. But today it's like, nah, I'm just gonna do this. Reverse speed, equalizer, 20 mana. Okay, so we want slow things. We got slow things in life. We got slow things in death. We got slow things in all the splinters. I think I'm gonna slow it down even more by using Sungazer. Oh, do I want life or death? Let's have a look. Speed ascending, please. Ooh, Clay Golem. That's a card I haven't used for ages. You can tell not only because it's an alpha card, but because it has very little utility. The other thing that might actually be really nice for this rule set is Chaos Knight, particularly with Shield and Camilla Sungazer together. It's going to be excellent. Yes, that's right, Christo. I have been playing since 2018, so I've been here forever. I'm part of the furniture of Splinterlands at this point. And it's fun. It hasn't bored me after this many years either, which is really good. I'm gonna go with, I should really go with other stuff that's also melee. So yes, definitely Cave Slug. It's equalizer, so probably a healer. And we need something in the rear line to protect everything else. But I've only got 3 mana. Triage and cleanse could be amusing. That way I'm fundamentally invincible. And if I roll with Lensmaster to blind everyone, then just throw the chicken in, chicken go at the back. This should be a pretty robust team. Let's see. Well, it's not nearly as much health as I thought there would be present. But we're down. I think this is going to take me back to Diamond 1. It is definitely a combination of, because there's many cards that I don't own. There's many cards that I bought once upon a time and then thought these are going to be great. And then I got rid of them because I never played them. In hindsight, some of them I probably should have kept, but I don't have every single card. I don't have the legendary beta summoners, and I compete on my skill as opposed to compete with the whole notion of, oh, screw this, I'm losing, I'm just going to go spend a whole bunch of money, which you conceivably do. But you could spend a whole bunch of money in Splinterlands and still lose so many games and be a really terrible player. The fact of the matter is a well-positioned, well-thought-out team, or, as you've probably seen in the case of my stream so far today, a team that is selected within 10 to 15 seconds can beat a team that has all the legendary monsters and all the legendary summoners and, you know, every meme card that is like, look at me, there's 15 of these in circulation. Like the Archmage Arius. I believe I beat the Archmage Arius in battle today. I'm not sure. No, I lost to the Archmage Arius. But you can beat a team that is comprised of entirely legendary cards with commons. You just need to quite literally play your cards right. It is a really compelling game from that perspective. And if I just quickly jump into my card collection and, you know, if I look at my alphas, look at all the alphas that I'm missing. So I am missing so many alphas. And then if I go along to beta, it's a similar story. Just because I don't have them in alpha doesn't mean I have the beta versions of those cards. Same thing with promo. I'm missing quite a few promo cards. And those are cards that I'll never obtain. Reward cards, missing quite a few of those as well. Mainly beta reward cards, but more recent editions, I have gone and obtained all of the reward cards. I do have a full set of Untamed, but nope, sorry. There's a couple that I have in gold foil because I just really liked those cards. I'm missing many dice cards. I'm probably missing the most out of dice cards. Many critical cards that I'm missing. Mylor, Epona, to a lesser extent probably Bright and Bloom. And I'm not collecting any more cards at this point. I've got a massive pile of Chaos Legion boosters that I'm sitting on, waiting to see what's going to happen with the land expansion, whether or not I will need them, or whether or not do I just upgrade my Chaos Legion set to gold foil, because I'm pretty sure I got enough boosters sitting there that are going to be very nice. But I need to inform you all that I'll be disappearing in a couple of moments, and then you'll lose me until next week. So thank you all for your time. I really appreciate your company during the stream. I will be back again same time next week. Otherwise, you can catch me on my regular Twitch channel. Usually stream around this time each evening over there. So you can find me here if you want to see more of me on other times. But for the time being, I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope you enjoy your time in Splinterlands. And as I say always, have a wonderful existence, because that's what we find ourselves in. Cheers, I appreciate your time.